Hi, I'm Rudy, and today I'm going to be sharing with you the steps or journey, as you might say, that I took to purchase my Yamaha bass and my Fender amplifier. Hi, my name is Rudy, and today I want to be sharing with you a little bit of the journey that I went on and the research to purchase my new Yamaha bass and my Fender amplifier. And before I get started, I just want to, be clear. I don't play the bass, and so I'm not a musician at all. I love music, and of course, that inspired me to take an interest to learn how to play the bass. So. I'm going to share with you some of the steps that I took, along the way. So, for starters, I wrestled with the decision, what I wanted to learn as far as an instrument goes. I've always been, partial to the bass, so that was what I chose. So, and also the information I give you, if you want to play guitar or you want to play drums or whatever instrument, keyboards, you could apply this to those instruments as well. But today, for the purpose of this video, we're going to be talking about the bass. So, once I made the decision to buy a bass and to take up the hobby, the hobby, I basically went to Guitar Center and to Sam Ash, and I quickly realized that I didn't know anything in terms of what to buy, what I would need as a beginner. And so, although the people were very nice, very helpful, I really couldn't make an educated decision or buy what was best for me, at my skill level, which is zero at that point. So I came home and, of course, I went to YouTube and I did a little bit of research. And actually I did a lot of research. I saw a lot of good videos. There were a lot of good guys out there that had some very helpful information. The channel that I gravitated to was Bass Buzz, and the reason that I did that was just because they had a lot of good videos. They had a lot of good comparisons, and just some of the information that they gave kind of led me to believe, like, hey, you could do this. And so they were instrumental in helping me choose an instrument, no pun intended. But so anyhow, for starters, they did a video on bass comparison for beginners, and I believe they reviewed quite a few basses. They narrowed it down to between the Yamaha TRBX 304, and then there was a Fender Squier, and I believe there was also a Ibanez 300E in there. And the Yamaha seemed to be the bass that was always right there at the top, and so I went down to Guitar Center, I tried it out, I liked the way it felt, and so I decided on buying that bass. And so, when I decided to make that purchase, of course, Guitar Center didn't have it, Sam Ash didn't have it. They offered to ship it, and they would get it to me when they had it in stock. And, at that point I'd done my research, I was ready to make a move, so I just went online and I bought it from Craft Music. I bought it for $369. There was no deals on it, and Craft basically got it to me, I think, within 3 days. The packaging was very well. It came in that pie-shaped box, but then they also put additional box over that with packaging, so I appreciated that. So I got this, and then the next research that I did was for the amplifier that I would be needing. And again, I went to that channel, Bass Buzz, and they did a nice review. They did a nice set of reviews for entry level bass amp, and you know, they did a Hartke bass amp, and you know, they did a couple of others, but Hartke and then Fender were a couple of that they liked, but the Fender Rumble 40 was one that they recommended for entry level bass. And I also did a little bit of research and in talking to people, and they suggested that, you know, the natural progression, like if you're going to play bass, you might end up jamming with somebody, or you want to be in a band or whatnot. And I thought, well, yeah, of course, you know, that makes sense. And they said, well, if you're going to do that, you would probably want at least a 100 amp bass amplifier. So a 100 watt bass amplifier. So that's what I bought. I mean, that's what I decided to go with. Now the Rumble 40 that was suggested on Bass Buzz, that one goes for like $219, and then the so I decided to stay with the Fender amp since they recommended that one. I just was looking to go, you know, with you know, a more powerful amp, so I decided to go up to the Rumble 100, and they had those for $369, I believe, at Guitar Center and Sam Ash, and sometimes they put them on sale for $300, just so you know. But that was the price. And then I don't know if I mentioned it, but the Rumble 40 is basically a $219 amplifier. So I went online to look, you know, for them on alternate sites, and what I found was, you know, on Craigslist there was some guy had a brand new Rumble 40, and he wanted $100 for it, and the thing was just, you know, it was just brand new. And then there was another gentleman that had the Rumble 100 for $150, and it actually came with a nice cover, and again, it was like new. So, you know, I decided to go with that one, and I basically saved myself a couple $100 in doing that. So here I have my bass, and then I also have you know, my amplifier. And so, you know, I need a stand and I need some cords, and so, you know, of course I look at the two big ones, you know, at least out here in Southern California, were Guitar Center and Sam Ash, and they had the stand for $14, and then they had a 10-foot cable. The lowest price 10-foot cable they had was $22.99. So it was basically $35 plus tax, which came out to like $40 for the both. So I went home, I did a little bit more research, and I found that you could go to the Guitar Center website and you could get that same stand for $10. And then you can also get a 15-foot cable for $12.99, right? So basically I got, and what they do is they ship them to the store, so, and they don't charge you for it. So you go back to the store that you already purchased the item from, and you basically get it. I think I saved like $15 for the two. And so anyhow, I was able to save a little bit of money there. So, you know, I saved quite a bit of money on the amp. I got it for way more than half price. And then I saved, you know, some good money on the, close to half price on the stand and the cable. So combined, I paid $575 for everything out the door. And if I would have bought these things new, I would have paid like $865. So I ended up saving like $290. And one thing I didn't mention on the guitar here, which I didn't give you the model number, and it was the TR-BX 304. That was the Yamaha bass that I purchased. I went online and there were people that were selling them brand new, people that just picked up a bass and just never took. And they were selling them for $250 and $280. And the only reason I didn't buy one of those was because I had my heart set on the black bass. And so I didn't do it. But if I would have saved an additional, I believe it's like 130 to 150. And I basically would have got this package over half price, basically new without box, you know, for like 430 bucks. So I only bring this up just so you understand, like, you know, if you want to go out there and purchase this item, just be smart about it, and, you know, do a little bit of research, and it could save you a lot of money, whether you're deciding to buy something on the higher end, not just this setup, but even if you're going to buy something on the lower end. There's just a lot of good deals out there to be had. There's so many people that, you know, hopefully I'm not one of them that say, hey, I'm going to learn how to play the bass, and then they never pick it up, and it never really, you know, gets any traction. So I just wanted to share that with you, and you know, hopefully it's helpful. If you find the information helpful, this is my first video, so please, if you like it, give me a thumbs up, and if you want to subscribe, please do that. I would appreciate it. I am going to put out more videos with some different things out there for you. I do want to track the progress of my bass journey, and so hope, you know, I'll be getting some of that out there too. But, you know, in closing, I just want to let you know that, you know what, you know, when I went to the Guitar Center, I was kind of a little bit intimidated, you know, like most people are, and you walk by and just pluck a few strings, you know, and then you just kind of scurry along, and you're a little intimidated because, you know, you think everybody in there is like, you know, the next Flea or the next Clapton or Jimmy Page, and that's just not the case, man. I mean, I found that everybody there was very helpful. I felt that even when I bought this bass, the bass amp, that the guy that sold it to me, he was just like really helpful, not only with the amp, he gave me like a full-on demo when I picked it up. It wasn't like just give me my 150 bucks and get out of here. He went over the whole thing with me, and not only that, he talked to me about you know, my bass selection, and because I hadn't quite bought the bass when I talked to him, but he's, you know, he basically told me, like, you know, make sure it just feels good in your hands, and you know, get the one that's right for you. Reviews are always nice, but you know, get the one that feels best to you. And so, you know, that's what I did with the ratings that I got off of Bass Buzz and some of the other channels that also rated these. So anyhow, that's what I did, and I think I came out pretty good. Let me know what you guys think. You know, give me some comments. If you have any tips, I would greatly appreciate that. You know, I'm always grateful for any advice somebody can give me that points me in the right direction to whatever it is that I'm trying to do. And for you guys that are thinking about playing an instrument, the best thing I could tell you is, you know, I tell this to my kids all the time, whatever it is you want to do, whether it's music, whether it's, you know, you want to be in the medical profession, however high you want to go in any of those things, why not you? Kanye is just another person just like you and me, Jimmy Page. All these guys are just, you know, just like us. They have this, they're equipped with the same things. They just choose to take the steps towards their goals, and then they apply themselves. So you know what? If you want to do this, I totally suggest that not only in music and anything, that you pursue it 100%, and you give it your best. And you know, it may not take, but it may. But you'll never know till you try. So, hey guys, thanks for watching. Once again, please give me a like if you liked it. If you didn't, well, give me a thumbs down. I can take it. I'm a big boy. And subscribe. And if you don't like my future stuff, well, you can always unsubscribe. So, hey, thank you so much, and have an awesome day.